What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and Finner Saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, so what a day and what a weekend. I didn't do a video yesterday because of the unscheduled so-called family day. Don't worry, everything is okay with me and my family. But without yesterday's video, I found out that we have another scandal, and I have to say that Scott Roth, one of our community members for now, is under attack by a part of our own community. And I have to say that I can understand both sides of this conflict, and I have to admit that in my opinion, Scott has all the rights to do what he is doing right now. And I will explain in my video what I'm talking about. But for now, before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. And let's start with the news itself. I started to dig inside the information that I didn't give you on my yesterday's video, and I found this tweet that was published by Wild Red, and he refers to the tweet that was posted by John Burda on October 18th. And Wild Red wrote, "Next Bridge needs its loyal shareholders. Next Bridge is on our side. Do not listen to shills. This is what they want. They want us to turn against the company and turn against each other to make their job of hiding all their lies. Hiding the real and true share count and to hide the proof. Pay attention. Look at McCabe's actions. McCabe is for us. In my opinion, if you hurt your company, you are hurting yourself." So, and I have to say that I cannot disagree with this statement, but I didn't understand who was this shareholder who wanted to divide the community. And guys, take a look right here. I found that all of this anger was pointed to Scott Roth, one of our community members. And James Defrauded by Finner wrote this again on October 18th. Scott, sadly, the whole MMTLP community seems to be turning against you for targeting NBH and McCabe, parroting Basil about McCabe's interest, not aligning with ours, and requesting private shareholder information. Please explain your reasoning to calm our fears." And he added this screenshot, and this screenshot was made, as you can see, by Scott Roth, but this Twitter account is quite weird. Nevertheless, let me quote it for you. "McCabe and Next Bridge let the trade station lawsuit die. Why? Because McCabe's interest and ours do not align. He sold roughly 7 million shares in the run-up for the U3 halt, and we don't know if he sold at the peak." So, I have to say that so far, I can't disagree with this statement either, but let me show you what other community members wrote. That's not a real Scott in that post, and James Defrauded answered, "I didn't think it was, but it's been talked about in spaces as if it's real. Fear and mistrust is spreading fast, and Scott needs to snuff it out quick. JRL, a trusted community member, has been reposting this and even placed it in the nest of Torchlight space." And Scott responded to this. "McCabe told me in a phone call last week that his interest and our don't align after I challenged him on a few things operationally. Why don't you guys grow up and ask McCabe the hard questions? Or I forgot. He is a sacred cow that only had made $58 million while you and I twisted in the wind. Call him. Ask him why he won't release the names of the outfit that approached him to buy shares to cover their short positions. Call him. Ask him if he or anyone associated with him has paid talking heads on social media to cover his ass and create division and distract against anyone chasing the truth and investigating as far as they can go. Then ask me if I care what a few anonymous folks in internet land say about me. Could care less. The folks who see and understand what I'm doing in the court and elsewhere get it. Call McCabe. Ask him why he never sued the SEC for share count. why he never sued over the illegal U3 halt, why he owns 30 shell oil and gas companies that move shares and cash around like a giant shell game. Men and women ask hard questions. Children are afforded the luxury of beliefs in fairy tales. And guys, I told you multiple times that my position is crystal clear. You have to ask yourself honestly, what if the wrongdoers are inside our community? And I don't want to point out to any person inside our community, but guys, if I told you multiple times again, if John Burda, for example, or George Palgras are guilty in the pump and dump actions, and they are the people because of whom you've lost your money. In this case, they have to be prosecuted. On top of that, if someone from the head of Nexbridge Hydrocarbons or former MMTLP or MMAT or TRCH are involved in these illegal actions and potentially their actions lead to the illegal U3 halt that was implemented by FINRA, in this case, these people should also be prosecuted. And the main question for now is following. What do you have as your main goal? If it is the resolution and if it is the process of returning your money back that you invested in this company, in this case, do you care about the people who is a real wrongdoer? I think you don't. But if you have your position that John Burda or Scott Trott or Greg McCabe or any other people are wrong or right, and if they are on the wrong side of the law, in this case, would you act in order to see the resolution, or would you protect them? Definitely it is the main question for now. And let me show you what did Mark Basile write in this case. He wrote this: don't understand why the community doesn't believe us. That's exactly what he told my client and I. He told, McCabe told to Mark Basile and Anna Trades. And Brian asked him, are those the words he uses, or is that paraphrasing what was actually said? And Mark responded, actual exact words. And Brian also added this: did he expand on his interest at all, or is it just not to accommodate the shareholders? And Mark responded, my client's interest is to get to the truth, to expose what happened, wherever that leads, possibly resolution. That's not his interest, and that war the community has misplaced trust. Brian answered, thank you, Mark, that clarifies perfectly the truth. And Mark also added this: what will happen now is mostly the fault of those trying to discredit this truth. Is a serious internal discussion on, and the very least subpoenaing McCabe to testify to a lot of things. And that's the very least. It may go further than that. These surrogates don't know when to stop. The best way to handle this is to ask the questions directly in a court case. Definitely it is the best case for the lawyers, and I have to say that for now I still stand on my position that we are approaching to the deadline that will happen on December the 9th of this year, and we have not more than just a month and a half till it happens. Right after this, none of the new lawsuit will be filed because statute of limitations will prevent it. And that is why, guys, we have to act, and we have to act in order to see the resolution. And let me show you this tweet that is also very important in this case. John Burda, in response to the tweet that was written, and let me show you that, for example, Michael J. Dimino wrote this in response to the Scott Trott's tweet. And he wrote this: case closed, F off Scott, go back to Roman and Basile. And guys, what other cases or what other actions do we have on the table right now that might lead us to the resolution? And what did you do exactly in this case to help the community to achieve this resolution? And if you did nothing, In this case, you cannot make this type of statements. But nevertheless, let me show you what did John Burda write. I have been very quiet lately, but I have to chime in on this one. Many things can be true at the same time. All my opinions. 1. I am in complete support of Scott's lawsuit and have personally helped him with information. 2. I am in complete support of McCabe. He's not taking anyone for granted and is working on behalf of all shareholders. 3. He is actually aware of December the 9th date. 4. Don't you think there is a reason why the 202 against TradeStation, which is not a lawsuit, was dropped? I do. See item 3. And item 3 is he's actually aware of the December the 9th date. So, for now, I don't see the real connections between these two actions. But nevertheless, let me quote you further. 5. Yes, he sold shares. He was not an insider or director. He also paid taxes on those sales and then proceeded to buy back the note from MMAT, lend the company all the money it needed over the last 2 years to survive, and paid for all the drilling personally. So that NBH would have a leg to stand on for all shareholders. 6. In my opinion, he will not let NBH go down. It is too important to get this fixed for all shareholders. 7. In my opinion, the concept that Nevada law is going to give you a share count is flawed. The shares don't exist. They are IOUs in the brokerage houses, sold short and never covered. In hindsight, it's crystal clear this started in TRCH and carried over into the trading of MMTLP. See OCC memo, clear as day. 8. Only way to get a share count of all shares that are long in broker-dealers around the world is for NBH to sue, no arbitration, and start a discovery process, or for FINRA or SEC to give Congress that information. According to Hessler, they have no idea how to fix it. And guys, this is another quite ridiculous statement from Hester Pierce. 9. In my opinion, TradeStation is the most likely starting point in a lawsuit, along with 104 John Doe's. Pulling on that string will lead to incredible amounts of information. They have admitted the problem. Hopefully, Scott gets past MTD and gets discovery that will be eye-opening as well. 10. Attacking McCabe is not the answer. He is a dedicated person and 100% looking out for his shareholders. And another statement that he made is following: I want to encourage Scott to keep pursuing his efforts in his lawsuit, and I will help as much as possible. We need to realize that he and McCabe are pushing for the same result using different methods. So, guys, again, this statement is 100% correct, and I cannot disagree with this. But at the same time, guys, just recently, John Burda and George Palikaras wrote letters in response to the fine that was implemented by SEC because of their so-called illegal actions back in the day, illegal pump and dump actions. At the same time, guys, John Burda stated this. Under the number 9, he wrote, TradeStation is the most likely starting point in a lawsuit, along with 104 John Doe's. And guys, let me remind you that back in January of 2023, John Burda created basically a company and he created a flamethrower with several of other TRCH community members as the founders. And the main goal for this company was to investigate the actions that led to this U3 hub. He even hired Wes Christian, one of the most experienced lawyer on the market in regards to the naked short positions. And since then, since January 2023, we don't have any information in regards to his company, in regards to the flamethrowers investigation. Why is that? Why he just stated that TradeStation is the most likely starting point in a lawsuit? Don't you think that he found out some information that in his point of view shouldn't be disclosed, and that is why he cancelled all of his efforts to find a resolution? I don't know the answers, guys. I have so many questions, but I don't know the answers. That is why I'm making this video. And by the way, again, in my recent video, one of the community member told me that the only thing why I do these videos is to earn money. And guys, again, this statement is 100% false. And I explained it multiple times why I do it. And you can read it even in my interview to MMTLP Resources website. You can find it right here. And you can make your own conclusion why I'm making these videos. So let me show you another quite interesting tweet for now in response to the same statement. And Aaron Cho wrote this: an idea. McCabe can agree to sign a tolling agreement to suspend the statute of limitations against him and NBH. Gives him time for results if he's doing something. Prevents running out the clock if he isn't. If he won't agree, that's a bad sign. And he added the link to the article. And I have to say that it is another potential a loophole that we might use in order to postpone the statute of limitations deadline. Will Greg McCabe use this tip? I don't know, but everything is in his hands. On top of that, guys, take a look at this tweet that was published by Scott Trott. And this tweet explains that if you file a lawsuit, you have to be extremely thorough in the definitions, because let me quote to this: a US District Court in Pennsylvania tossed a guy's claims against FINRA because he did not challenge FINRA's existence. We've done that already in Trott versus Rubinstein. Read that again. A US court is essentially using the JRCH ruling to push a guy through administrative remedies only because he didn't go after FINRA on constitutional grounds. And this is the direct speech. JRCH, and here is the number of case. Those his claims are not wholly collateral because they do not challenge FINRA's existence, but instead depend on FINRA's proceedings and the interpretation of its rules. See Exxon 598 US at 192, finding claims wholly collateral when they are challenging the Commission's power to proceed at all, rather than actions taken in the agency proceedings. And he also added this: seems to me the US courts are open to seeing SROs getting reined in, more grist for the mill. So guys, this is quite interesting statement, and quite unusual to see this type of decision from the court based on just a technical mention on just one ground. And this is the part that might dismiss the cases, but fortunately Scott have done that already in his case, and this is a good point. On top of that, guys, let me quote you again the tweet that was written by Scott, and he refers to the tweet that was written by Marcus. He wrote, "Nick gets first ballot Hall of Fame here, folks." And here is the tweet that was written by Marcus, the person who made another quite interesting due diligence based on the official documents. And you can find it on his Twitter account. The very first tweet that is pinned at the very top of his Twitter account is this one. Here is his investigation that he published on September the 9th. And let me quote it for you. Folks, it's no surprise, but we've just confirmed that we've suspected all along. Our market integrity is protected by nothing more than a trust me bro promise from the SEC. It's clear Gary Gensler isn't being truthful with Senator Mike Crappa, and this is how well our cop on the beat is monitoring FINRA by denying a FOIA request for their audit. With responses like this from the SEC, it begs the question: are you even auditing anything at all, Gary? It's time for an honest conversation about regulatory capture and what it means for the future of our financial markets. The truth can't stay hidden forever. Gary Gensler said, we regularly examine because they are such an important part of the capital markets. We examine them annually. I think part of our division for examination has a whole unit that examines FINRA regularly. For a request, here is the direct speech again. I would like to see the audit documents. I don't believe the SEC is conducting adequate audits of FINRA per the FISO program. And as SEC for a response, we determined to withhold records. Good job, Gary Gessler. Sarcasm. So guys, again, it is just trust me bro promise from SEC that everything is alright on this side of their actions. But believe me, it is not. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.